You seem to have a question for me before we got rolling.
Not really a question, to be fair. Like
a statement, is it?
Not really much of a statement.
You have something for me.
You know, in the West, it's obesity, right? Is a problem.
Okay.
And is it more of like, or is it a mixture of things? But is it like a mental thing? Because yes, there is some sort of disorders, right?
Okay.
But what do you think it is? Why are people in the West obese? And for example, we've traveled around, right? You've traveled quite a lot. Yeah. I've traveled Southeast Asia and all of that. Mm-hmm. You go to like a place like Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia, all of those places. I personally didn't see a single person that is overweight. Not a single. Not even like one person on the street.
But like, alright, so let's just take away health. Like if you have like a thyroid issue or something like that, yeah? So let's take away that, exclude that. Why do people get overweight in the first place? Through
convenience, maybe, and the diet, obviously.
Through greed, gluttony, possible things, right?
Possible, it is possible. I mean, but why?
So if you have more access, right? Because you're talking about Cambodia, Vietnam, and that places, yeah?
Yeah.
Out there, some people, like most people, or a lot of the people, don't have access to become greediest, gluttonous kind of people. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, if you haven't got the means to become that kind of big person, then, you know, right?
But surely, like, if wouldn't let's say in the West, is there a mental thing?
I think it's just natural human behavior. It's like, if you get too much freedom in certain things, then things that weren't a problem beforehand now are a problem. Because the littlest thing, we constantly search for problems. You know what I mean? Like, if you haven't got a problem, you'll search for one. So like, the littlest thing now will become the biggest thing if you haven't got that much on your plate.
Do you know what gets me though?
For most people, not everyone.
What gets me is when someone comes and says, "Oh, I've tried everything. I've tried every diet. I've tried to exercise." Well, no, you haven't. No, you haven't. Like,
it's more of a will. It's a willpower thing.
So technically mental then.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, but like, that's what I'm saying. Like, emotional eating. Stuff like that. So I have family members, right, that will eat for their emotion.
Right.
So like, it's not that they want to be that weight. It's more that like, that's the only thing that's kind of comforting to them. They're not comfortable in the uncomfortable.
Right. Okay. What stops them though from, like, you know, I don't know, exercising or stuff like that?
Because there might be other factors involved, like, because we're so complex, right? So I've got a family member close to me. I won't say who it is, but like, their eating habit is literally fueled on emotion. So no matter how much you tell them logically, like, do this, why do you do this? If this isn't going to work and this is going to work, whatever, yeah? They always will, when they get a bit tired, when they've got stressed out, the quickest thing now is to not prep all your meals in a week in advance. Is to just quickly go down the shop, get Dr. Pepper, get a packet of crisps, get fish and chips.
All right, so
add salt onto it, all that kind of stuff.
So it's the mental part, I guess.
It's like a mental part, but like.
But I guess like people in those countries as well would.
But having said that, like
they'll have issues. They'll have like their life issues, and they'll be depressed and so on. But they wouldn't get fat, right?
But you do see that it's not like nobody out there is.
There probably is, but obviously I haven't seen any.
Well, like in Japan, they got sumo wrestlers.
Japan, yes.
then like...
But that's the sport, right?
That's a sport. I got you. But there's also people that are not sumo wrestlers that are still big guys. I mean...
Yeah, true.
And it could be like a cultural thing as well.
But they're like more of a...
Could be a cultural thing.
They're more of like a...
Because in Japan, I swear, I don't know 100%, but I'm pretty sure that it's kind of like you're supposed to leave something on your plate.
Right.
You're not supposed to finish everything off. It's kind of like...
It could be the healthy style of eating as well. Because let's say in Vietnam,
I think
there's a lot of fresh stuff.
They do a lot of things like in one place in Japan, they live a lot longer because of the way they eat. There's a place where they eat like a lot of...
I think it was Japan's had the oldest population because they live the longest basically in Japan.
They eat what's that thing when you fermented
cabbage or something?
Like it's when you put pickled stuff.
All right, okay.
When you get pickled stuff like that, they eat a lot of that kind of stuff. So they always, I don't know, it's something to do with gut health and digestion.
Could promote,
promotes a lot of that kind of stuff.
Bacteria, good bacteria.
But having said that, how come? I think it must be a genetics involved as well.
Nah.
No, you know why?
What? You know why? All of the West.
No. It's a genetics thing. In terms of, actually, I don't. I was going to say Samoans and stuff like that, and like Islanders.
Right.
Why are they like 6'7" and like 300 pounds? Do you know what I mean? Like, but they're not always just fat. Yeah. They're like The Rock. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just massive humans.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But like in the West,
okay.
I get what you're saying. Like with the whole just eating to, but you see it on all these like Super Size Me documentaries and stuff. Yeah, where there'll be a family, and it just starts from like the kid. It'll be like the mum's big, the dad's big,
and the portion sizes and like
the portion sizes are massive.
The unhealthy foods, like the quick foods, and
they're just not happy.
If you have energy to go to the fridge or go to the shop, you have energy to go slightly further, go to the park and go around. But then
imagine, that kid now, when he's around them two adults,
he only sees eating.
He only sees eating like that, yeah? And the habit. Yeah. It takes about 66 days to break a habit. From what I've heard.
I never knew, but yeah.
So you have to do something repetitively for 66 days, or not do it for 66 days, for it to now seep into your subconscious.
To start doing it, yeah.
With them kind of people, like, if you've grown up on that kind of stuff, your mum's big, your dad's big, your sister's big, you're big, and you've just been raised around that for your whole life.
Yeah, just...
Imagine when you get to 30 years old, yeah?
Keep doing it.
And you think that's normal, then you have a kid. And it just passes on.
Yeah. It's hard to break away from those habits, right?
Yeah. And it's not even like, it's kind of not their fault as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just naturally, that's what they think's right.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah,
well, not even what they think's right, because they get told, like, on different ads or, like, it's not healthy or whatever. But then it's kind of like, who cares?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You know, it's just, this is the way I eat. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, if you're happy, it doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't matter what other people think as well.
Always be happy.
But I'm just thinking of the healthy side of it, right?
You don't see a jolly 300-pound 90-year-old.
Oh, yeah, you don't. Yeah.
You don't see that. And there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. It's more of the healthy side. Like, to live longer and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. Like, I've got too much... We'll get into this at another point, but, like, I've got too much of a willpower to let myself go down that road.
Get to that stage.
I mean, like, which kind of fascinates me when I see people not have the willpower.
Yeah. When I get to a stage where I'm like, I've got to a certain weight, I'm like, I need to do something about it. Like, I don't feel good in my skin, so
yeah,
I don't feel healthy. I start getting ill quite a bit. So I'm like, okay, I need to change something, sort my diet out, start training. And I'm doing it for literally so I can, not to get ill, and sort of more the health part of it, rather than, I don't care what other people say, how I look and stuff like that.
No, I've never...
But I just wanted to see your perspective, or your sort of view on
It's kind of weird because, like, it depends how much money you have, your family circumstances like that.
Yeah,
depends on
that's
your
a
eating
big
habits.
thing.
Because when I grew up, like,
it's like
the nutrition that I was getting probably wasn't the best, but it was what could be afforded.
Yeah.
So, like, my bone structure and everything else, like, I'm a naturally skinny guy.
Yes.
So, like, for me to put on weight is hard. Whereas other people that have had the weight from, like, young,
I'm
can
the
come
opposite,
back.
bro. Like, I have trouble.
What are you, is it an endomorph?
I don't know what they are. There's 3 types.
I'm an ectomorph, I think.
I know mesomorph is the bigger version.
Stocky kind of guys, isn't it?
Yeah, there's the one in the middle, whatever. But I tend to put on weight really easily.
Yeah. But lose it hard.
It's effort. It's effort. I need to put in hard work in the gym and then sort my diet out. Like, maybe stop alcohol for a while as well. Anything you want to talk about today?
To be fair.
No. I want to sleep.
I do want to sleep as well. But talk more into the mic. You know when we talk about stuff going into the universe and manifesting?
Right.
Yeah?
Okay.
I've told you this before.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
But I'm telling you, the universe is talking to me right now.
What is that?
I've had like 4 signs. 3 or 4 signs in the past month.
But what's going to happen?
No, it's not what's going to happen. It's just like...
weird things.
Weird coincidences that are just too weird. Like...
Do you believe in that stuff?
Yeah, man. Like... Because how can... Right? I was out with our friend Tui.
Yeah.
Shouts out. I was out with her like a month ago, say. She started talking about spam or something like that, yeah?
Right.
We was in
food?
We was in Sainsbury's.
Right.
Right? And she was like, oh, I fancy spam. I was like, alright. That's a bit weird. Like, I haven't heard that in a while, yeah? Like, spam and all that. Then we started making a joke, oh, back in the day, you remember when we used to call each other spam head and all that sort of...
Yeah.
Them stupid things, yeah? Then, later on that night, talking to my mum, and then she's like... I can't remember what we started talking about, but like foreheads or whatever, yeah? And then she called me a spam head. Or whatever, right?
Right.
But she never says them kind of words.
I see what you mean.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just...
I see what I mean.
Why would that, on the same day that happens, that conversation happens and...
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then like, a week later, something else happens that's like... There's a guy, was it Magic Over a Hat? TV or whatever. Just Magic Over a Hat. YouTube guy, yeah? He's been disappeared now for like years, yeah?
Oh, the guy that did the charity thing for the homeless
person.
The homeless
guy, yeah. He disappeared off YouTube and everything for years, right?
Yeah.
Then I start talking with Suarez about it like a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, yeah? I was like, oh, remember that guy? He done XYZ. Yeah. On the same day, a week, like I saw it a couple of days ago, but it said like uploaded a week ago. He returns on his channel. When I spoke about him, basically, he returns on his channel.
You're like a magic man.
But this is what I'm saying. And then something else weird happened. Like,
we can call you Magic Keith.
Like 2 other things that have happened as well. Have just been like too coincidental. I even try and get them up. Like, what? I had to write them down. I was like, no, they're too...
That's crazy. If Magic Keith sticks...
Oh, this is it. There's a guy, Specs Gonzalez. Shout yourself out as well. He's a YouTuber, yeah?
Yeah, I know him.
You know him as well, yeah?
I don't know him personally. I know him through...
Funny guy, yeah?
Through YouTube.
How can I watch a documentary called Minimalism on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
The next day I watch a thing that he comes out with on YouTube. Within that one clip, he mentions the documentary Minimalism that I've just watched.
Yeah, but that's...
But it's not even a new documentary. It's like an old documentary.
Yeah, but it pops up on my Netflix as well. Like, people must be watching it.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, why would I watch something the same day or 2 later when it's not even a new documentary? Like, he could have said anything from Netflix. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's
okay, I see. It's
just what I mean. Weird.
Maybe it's the, I don't know.
Universe talking to me, man.
Well, it's more like the internet knowing exactly what you're looking for. You know what I mean? So they're giving you what you want to see.
Oh, no. But then, like, I would agree with you and go down the whole conspiracy theory that they're all listening in on us. Yeah?
Well, it's not that they're listening.
No.
It's just that AI is created like that.
I'd go down that theory, but the whole Tui and my mum.
Okay, yeah.
That was in real life.
That in real life.
But
it's interesting, man. It might be a sign.
Do you believe in like other things than that you can just... Do you think that there's other things out there that you can't comprehend?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that even scientists can't still explain and stuff like that. So, like, for example, like, if you believe in God and whatnot, well, if you completely say that he doesn't exist, well, you don't know that. And if you say that he exists, well, prove it that he exists, right?
Okay.
But in terms of, let's say, in statistics or stuff like that, you can't 100%, like 100%, you can't say that he doesn't exist. No, or he or she would another power or something like that. Nah. I'm not saying that I believe anything like that. It's just,
that's the point.
100%. It might be 99.9% that he doesn't exist, but that...
What is your belief?
I don't know. Like, I don't...
Have you thought about it that much?
I'm not religious. I'd say that. But in terms of believing about other stuff, like, interesting thing, it's like what Elon Musk said about on Rogan when he said that we're most probably a simulation, like a sort of like a computer simulation, we're just like a test, like that's been run on a computer. That sounds like an interesting idea.
Yeah, but even with that idea, right?
There's someone else.
Where does...
Yeah. I don't know. It's an interesting thing. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's a deep convo. Not for 4 o'clock.
No, it's not for a 4 a.m.
It's not. We need to do another podcast on this. We'll do another podcast. Because
I want you to have this podcast with a mate of mine.
Whoever it is, 100%. I'll be on it.
Alright, cool.
Is your mate? Is that mate religious or?
Yeah.
Believes God and all that. Like.
Yeah.
But what is he, Christian or Muslim or?
Christian.
So, okay.
Actually, you know what? We might have to get a couple different religions in it.
Yeah, that would be cool to get different perspectives.
Yeah. Like, why?
Although in terms of the religion stuff, it's weird because the stories, man, they're so like...
But then if you take them literally, then it depends how you take them, innit? Because it's like, I've been told by people, don't take it so literal, just take it for its meaning.
Like turning water into wine and
100%
splitting a river, or like, the moon being cut and stuff like that by the Prophet Muhammad and stuff like that.
Okay.
All of these stories seem so, well, they're unreal. Like, it hasn't happened.
But it's like...
And on the other side, let's say we'll take Christianity, there is no, besides any biblical scripture, there's no other proof that person has existed in real life. Like, there's no proof that the person, Jesus, has ever existed, besides biblical scriptures.
But this is what I'm saying, like, they didn't really have databases and stuff like that back then.
What do you mean? There's the Bible's been
flown
about.
Databases, like, when we're born, we get a birth certificate. You're registered, like.
I guess. I understand that. I understand it'll be hard to pinpoint, but surely there'll be other, people that would have been recording a king's. Normally, like, kings have someone that would write their stories or something like along those lines would have existed, and they would have recorded even a little bit, right?
I've not looked into it that far, so I don't know if there are or not. Them kind of...
I've done a little bit of reading. I can't say I'm a specialist into this.
I saw some documentary thing that they were saying, like, how there was a descendant of Jesus. Or something like that.
Bro,
they're trying to link this girl.
It could be like clickbaity or like just
just remember
sit down and watch for a little bit.
History Channel or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, even those channels, it's
They're pretty clickbait.
For you to sit down and just watch for an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely that's an idea. We remember that.
We need to get some. I think just if we could get multiple guests from all kind of religions.
Yeah.
I want a Scientologist on here.
Yes.
And a Mormon. I've not looked into these kind of religions and stuff.
Yes.
But I'll do my research for that.
Isn't it more American, that sort of stuff, like Mormons and stuff? Do they exist in the UK? Surely there would be some.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
There'll be some.
And what about the other guys that come knocking on the door?
Oh, the Bible bashers.
Right.
To be fair, we can't not mention it at least, yeah?
Mm.
One of the greatest football players passed away this week. Maradona. So, crazy player. I mean, although he's not from our, obviously, generation, but if anyone's interested in football, even if you're not, you know that name.
Yeah,
like, you know that name.
He's gone above the thing that he's recognised for.
Yeah. Although...
Like Michael Jordan, he's transcended the sport.
Yeah. So, people know Pele.
And Maradona.
Maradona from those times, right? Even Pele's way before that. But
I'll tell you what, though. Like, I've only watched a couple highlights of... I think, like, 2 or 3 highlights of Maradona. And, like, 3 or 4, 5, maybe Pele highlights. Like, we weren't about to see how
I've watched quite a bit. I've watched quite a bit of Maradona, to be fair.
Who, in your opinion, if we were to just go off stats, right?
Mm.
Who do you think is better, Pele or Maradona?
Pele.
I think even just off stats alone.
It was some insane. He scored like some insane goals. No one would ever reach those goals. In
the same amount of caps for country, Pele's roughly, like 1 or 2 games at either side, Pele scored round about double the amount of goals as Maradona at international level. And he won 3 World Cups compared to 1.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's a team game after all. But
it's a team game.
We're talking in terms of individual skill set. Absolutely insane. Some of the videos that you see, the way he dribbles the ball, like proper Argentinian football, like, but so skillful.
But this is what I'm saying. The only thing is, look, I'm gonna get something for it, but I've seen even just players talking about it, like how in South America they get taught, but win by any means necessary. Yeah. So obviously the hand of God, all that kind of stuff.
Do you know hand of God? I'm Bulgarian. The referee,
right?
Not the main one, the sideline.
Yeah.
With the flag.
Yep.
Bulgarian. He allowed it. Since then, there hasn't been a Bulgarian on any big stage as a referee in football. Only recently they started. I think there was a few. But hey, they allowed it. Anyway.
But this is what I was going to say. It kind of like, for me, I'd rather beat someone. I've done this in football, where you have the opportunity to dive or do something, And for me, I've never done it. Like, it's just not I don't know. It's like a honor thing for me.
Oh, you did the hand of God.
Like I couldn't do it if it was me. I know you say it's like it's a World Cup. You know what? I'd rather lose a final knowing that I've done it a correct way.
But that even shows his character, because you see him after that, like, you know...
Cocaine, drugs...
Well, yeah.
Alcohol...
I mean, people... He enjoyed life, let's say that, yeah. In a way.
In a way, you can say he enjoyed.
In one way, he might have enjoyed. He might have had his things that he's been bottling.
For sure.
Maybe... Was it on the World Cup where they kept on filming him? He was, like, absolutely fucked.
He done something in the World Cup, yeah.
In the World Cup where like, absolutely fucked up.
He's on like...
Yeah, I don't know what he was on.
Yeah.
But whatever he was on, he did quite a bit of it.
Yeah.
And it's not just then. He's been so many situations where he's been filmed like that.
No, yeah.
But
rest in peace. You know.
R.I.P.
Still a legend in the sport.
Still a legend. 60 years old as well, bro. 60 years old.
Not bad innings, you know.
60 years old, but maybe he lived fast. You never know.
He did live fast, man. Like
maybe, yeah. Anyway, apples, bro.
I'm with you. Segue. What a great
apples
transition that was.
Like, I know
rest
that
in peace apples too.
I know. Like veg and fruit in particular, healthy for you, right? And they say 5 a day, all that.
By the way, just before we move on, right?
Yeah.
In your past and alive, like dead or alive,
yeah.
If you had to create a 5-a-side team, who are you sticking in? No goalkeeper, just 5 outfield players. The keeper's sorted already. We don't have to include a goalkeeper.
Oh, any player from any age,
any era,
from any era,
just in their peak as well.
I'll have. I'll have Maradona, Ronaldo.
He gets in.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll have Hristiyan Ronaldo. I'll have Ronaldinho.
This is 5-a-side, by the way.
Yeah, Ronaldinho, yeah.
So it's heavily reliant on skill.
Scholes. Berbatov.
Scholes for a 5-a-side.
And Berbatov.
Right, all right.
Schools.
Yeah.
Skulls.
Yeah.
Just the passes, like the balls, like he's so precise, man.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. It's 5-a-side. It's not a big pitch.
Yeah, but it's still going to be lobbing. Like, if it's 5-a-side, then definitely those other players. But I'll still have Scholes, I think. Maybe change him with Pele.
Okay.
Because more skillful. Because on a 5-a-side, you need more of a skill. Like, the foot.
This is what I'm saying. Like, they have to. You've got to think technical minded. You've got to think like.
Well, Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. Maybe Zlatan, Berbatov. What? I got one more, right?
Okay.
Stoichkov. Put another Bulgarian in there. 2 Bulgarians out of the whole thing. Skillful team, I'd say. Cool. They can rotate and goal.
Nice.
Anyway, apples. Bro.
By the way, let us know who you would have in the comments.
Choose your 5.
Choose your 5. Keeper's already sorted. So just 5 outfield.
He's normally always the keeper because no one likes him. Like
I'm up top.
He can't play football.
If you know me, you know that's...
Yeah, he can't play football. Apples, again.
Alright, cool. What are you saying?
Lazy to cut. Apples, bro.
Lazy?
It's long to eat the whole apple. It's super long.
What do you mean?
I can't, and then if I want to cut it, that's long.
Bro, you could just wash it and eat it.
No, but this the effort of it. You don't enjoy fruit more if it's cut. Like, or if someone does it for you. So an orange, takes time to peel.
Okay, I get you.
So I'm like, the time, the messiness, and it's so time consuming.
Right.
Let's say for an orange as well. Time consuming.
I mean...
You need something quick, eat, go.
So what
if there's someone to cut my fruit, not mentioning any names, but if there's someone that I live with that would like to cut my apples, that would be much appreciated,
So
and if ever, I cut apples for someone else, that's huge.
Why?
You're like, because I don't do it for myself. If I do it for you, that's big.
Okay.
Think about it. I don't do it for myself. I don't eat apples, but if I cut an apple, because it's nice, and I do it for you.
But are you cutting up the apple because you're doing it for yourself already?
I'm not, though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I don't even eat the apple. I would like to eat the apple, but I prefer it when it's cut. But to cut it, that's long. Messy. Need to clean the knife.
Quickest fruit. Go. What's the quickest fruit out there?
Quickest fruit? Grapes.
No.
Still need to wash it.
That's what I'm saying.
But you need to wash all of them.
No, you don't.
Okay, go on then. What's yours?
Banana.
I agree. Yeah.
Quickest fruit.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you open the banana? From the long stick bit or from the bum bit?
Nah, from the stick bit, man.
Nah, bum bit.
No, it's not, bro.
It is.
It's not.
That's the right way.
It's not.
That's the right way. The
it's
bum
not,
bit.
Even you throw away the last bit.
Okay, in cartoons, how do you see the peel? Always with the...
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the right way. Have you seen a monkey? Have you seen a monkey?
I've seen them.
Yeah? How do they open it?
Yeah, they open it from the bottom.
Exactly, not from the stick bit.
No, but then when you open it from the stick bit, you can tell if it's kind of ready to eat as well.
You can tell that from the other side as well.
No, bro. No. How do you eat your bananas?
How do you eat your bananas?
Alright, wait. Quickly, top five fruit. Your 5 a day, yeah? If you could have any fruit. Doesn't matter about buying it for the whole week or whatever. Right. What would you have in a day? 5 a day.
Banana, apple, grape.
Even though you just went on a mad rant.
Kiwi.
Okay. I mean, apples.
Orange.
Orange, yeah? Cool.
No, that's just what I thought of the fruit.
I'm having banana, red grape. I'm having...
Red grape? Why does it matter?
I'm having a pineapple. I'm having a kiwi. And I'm having... I don't know, a strawberry.
Strawberries? I don't think about that. Yeah.
Up there. But anyway, if you've liked this, subscribe. Like, subscribe, share,
all of
YouTube stuff.
Keep questioning.
My arms look super long.
Yeah, they are.
Keep questioning.
Keep questioning.